So good morning and welcome back to another video. 'Tis the season for a 5k time trial. Let's draw a line in the sand and see where we are at the start of this block. Now I'm about to embark on a 8-week strength sort of phase where I'm doing a lot of work out on the hills, a lot of workouts and focusing towards building a strong foundation leading into some half marathons and 10ks in the early part of next year. But what I want to do, kind of go back to my roots a little bit. I used to do 5k time trials quite a bit around here and haven't done one for around 4 years. So first of all, we're going out there with the aim to break that 4-year-old PB out here on the industrial estate. And second of all, I want to do one now and then one at the end of this 8-week block to see if we can make any improvements. Now I know I'm not targeting the 5k distance over this training block, and of course going into next year I'm aiming to run half marathons and 10ks. The 5ks will be coming later in the summer of next year. I just want to feel stronger by the time Christmas comes around, because that's roughly going to be where the 8-week mark is. And so what are the goals for today? Well, 4 years ago I ran 17:02 around here and I haven't done a 5k time trial since. Since then my 5k PB has improved down to 16:05, so very close to that sub 16 barrier. I'd love to be within 20 seconds of that today, somewhere basically sub 16:25 would be absolutely incredible. That's going to be the goal. Now in terms of the course, I did a video on this last time, the last video on the channel, and talked about it. If you've seen the industrial estate videos that I produce, any form of training series, you'll know it's not flat, you'll know it's up and down, and you'll know we've got a challenge ahead. The long and short of it is the first K is going to be favourable. It will be pretty much gently downhill. We're then going to hit the base of the estate and we're going to be climbing pretty much for the next 2k, and it's going to be a tough old middle section. It always is. So I work in miles just to annoy so many of you, and what usually happens for me is my first mile is the fastest, my second mile is the slowest because that's got the most uphill in it. And then the third mile is usually, or has traditionally always been, the second fastest mile out of the 3. So in terms of kilometres, the first one will probably be the quickest, the second 2 will probably be the slowest, and then the fourth one will contain a tiny hill and then back down, got a lovely long swooping down after about midway, but then we've got to climb back up to finish off. So it's going to be a tricky one out there, but we're just going to go out there, have a bit of fun. And in terms of fueling, just a light breakfast this morning, a wrap with some chocolate spread. That was all I was going to have because I'm going to be literally getting up and going within 2 hours, but at the same time I have my bicarb, and that has to have 2 hours to settle, so I'm waiting 2 hours to go out for that. And then of course I've had the Sturka 90 drink mix. This is a new fuel that I'm trying. I've got a year basically until my next marathon. I haven't decided what it is, but I don't want to do another marathon until autumn next year, so I'm going to be tinkering around with some new fueling. So I've had that drink mix this morning. That seems to have settled in the stomach really well, and apparently that's 90 grams of calories, which is another 10 grams on top of what I would normally have with the Morton. So I'm feeling pretty chipper at the moment. So without further ado, let's get out there. We're going to have one more caffeine ketone IQ shot before we get this underway, but we've got a warm up to do first. Here's the start point. We'll be back here in a minute after the warm up. All right, so just running out onto the course. Talking as if this is a bloody race. So we'll be heading down that way. This is the way we'll be finishing uphill there. There's a bit of an obstruction with a tractor on the corner, so that's not ideal. We'll have to swing round wide into the road and be a bit careful because the pavement's blocked. Otherwise, beautiful conditions out here today, very still. And there she is in all her glory, the industrial estate straight. Although from this category, this is where I said up to a K, that is down. And then beyond that we start to climb, so although it looks flat on the camera, it is very, 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 very gentle uphill. And then when we get right to the end and turn right, that's when we have the first of 2 uphills, shall we say. Now I'm 7 minutes into the warm-up. I'm going to do 10 minutes and heading back that way. So I'm going to film all of this on the Insta. I'm going to try and press go and hope that it goes the duration. I've charged it up, I've cleared the storage. I took it out, trying to publish a video on the extra channel of my my fartlek workout, full point of view from up here. I got 11 reps done. I recorded about 20 minutes and then the camera died. So I'm hoping I can get all of it today. That'll be great. So yeah, let's get the caffeine in, ketone IQ shot. Let's finish off another 3 minutes of running, do some strides. Let's get into this. Right, done a little loop, so we're just walking back round to the start. This will be the last you see of me on here. I'm just going to give my stomach 5 minutes to settle after that ketone IQ. Mind is buzzing. I've had a lot of sugar this morning, so we shall see what happens. Here we go. Let's click this on. I'm basically just going to do a couple of strides and get straight into it. Right, red light's on. Clip you in. Let's go. Let's get this underway. Here we go. Go. The brick. Oh, fuck. First obstacle. Uphill now. We're climbing now. $5.10, first mile. That's amazing. Top of the hill. I think this bicarb is working wonders. I'm not feeling any burn at all. It's mad. No lactate burn. Second hill up the college. Wow, 5:17 with those hills. Unreal. This is it now. Uphill finish. Dig deep. Oh. 5:14. Wow. Holy crap. I went 0.1 over 0.01, sorry, 16:20. Bloody hell, brilliant. Oh, wow, 5:10, 5:17, 5:14. I've never had splits as close like that. That was really well paced. 16:20, I got under the goal. I said 16:25. That is, honestly, that was amazing. And no burn. Honestly, I think I'm not being paid to say this because obviously I bought it with my own money. Second test now. I did the workout with the bicarb and it went really well, but I didn't think too much of it. I didn't try and overanalyze it. The 2 on 1 minute reps that were fast didn't feel any burn, but I thought, okay, could just be a one-off. But honestly, the memories came flooding back of doing that, because this is very much a case of I'm starting here, I'm finishing here, and basically I've got to get around the loop and back here as fast as possible. It's a totally different mindset to like a normal 5k. I'm literally just like remembering what the days are with like the Casio watch and going start, stop, go. So it was like pushing up the hills, no burn. Obviously breathing was hard, as you heard, but no burn, no burn. That stuff, it's got to be the bicarb. It's got to be unbelievable. Let's get a cool down done. So how was that overall? Well, to be honest with you, I need to get this off. Really, really good. Genuinely can't believe that. Obviously I set myself that goal of sub 16:25. I thought that was quite an achievable goal. After running 16:20 today, I realised actually how hard that is on that industrial estate. Not easy, and as you saw in the last mile, well, okay, what I'm going to try and do, it looks like my Insta 360 recorded all of that, so I'm going to try and upload the full thing uncut onto the extra channel, just like I have with the workout I mentioned before. So if you're interested in seeing the full loop with no music, no overlays, just me running and breathing, it might be a bit weird, but if you're interested in looking at it, just mute it and watch it. A bit of pavement jumping in the last mile, which I knew was going to be the case, but obviously I know Saturday mornings down here are a lot calmer than weekday mornings, so I knew it was a good time to come out and give it a go. As for how even the splits were, never had that even. As you saw in the screenshot that I put on of the 17:02, I was running in the 5:20s, then the 5:40s, so I've never been able to run within 7 seconds per mile of each other, especially with the hills in that second mile. Really, I would be keen to see what the kilometre splits look like. Obviously they would have been on screen, so you will have seen them as well. But I'd love to see sort of how even the kilometre splits were. But as for the mile splits, as I said, I've never ever hit them that close to each other. There we go. Always get really apprehensive starting these things, and then when they're done, I feel really pleased that I've done them, and I feel really pleased to have done that. So I'm excited now to kick on as of Monday and start this next sort of phase of training, a bit more relaxed, sort of strength base phase before we lock in after Christmas and get specific for the races that we've got coming up in January, February and March. So appreciate you guys tuning into this one. Let me know if you're setting yourself any fun targets this winter, what they are, any park runs, any challenges that you like to do. Drop a comment, let everyone know. Maybe we can spur each other all on to do some more challenges like this. So we'll leave it there, guys. Thanks so much for watching, appreciate it. I'll wrap this cool down done. I'll wrap this cool down up and I'll see you guys on the next one. Until then.